having one guru, or having many gurus, based on a verse in the 11th canto. It's called the Avadut Gita. The section is called the Avadut Gita. He has 24 gurus, and the 24 gurus, or 26 gurus, were different aspects and elements of the material nature. Different birds and different aspects. He learned different things about the reality. So in the commentaries in this verse spoken by maybe Bhagavan, I think it's the Avadut. The Avadut is speaking. And the discussion in the Tikas of Vishwanath and Jiva and Sanatan, in the Tika they're discussing the verses saying one should have one guru or many gurus. Then in the discussion of the Tikas, if you read all the Tikas of this verse, they will come to the conclusion you should have many gurus until you because the many gurus will teach you about nature, and they will teach you about the difference between the body and the soul, and you learn. And by having different gurus and many gurus, the example of the Avadut Brahmin, who's speaking the Avadut Gita in the 11th canto of Bhagavat, he learned from all these different teachers. They weren't exactly Diksha gurus, or they weren't even human beings. They were nature, and one was the arrow maker, someone making arrows. He learned from him how to be concentrated. So he learned different elements and aspects of reality and of human life, and of learning to focus one's life on the absolute truth. But then it says that you need many gurus, because the many gurus, some gurus like these gurus from nature and the different animals, and like he learns something from the honeybee. The honeybee teaches about not collecting, because it's called atyahara, prayaschascha. In the Bhakti Upadeshamrita, one of the defects of Bhakti Bhajan is to collect more possessions and objects than one actually needs for the maintenance and service of his body, basic maintenance. It's called over-collecting unnecessary objects and different things. So he saw the honeybees, and he learned something from them, that they collect honey, and they collect and they have these big, huge honeycomb, maybe 3, 5, 6 kilos of honey. They work so hard to collect all these things, and have this big house with so many rooms and so many furnitures and so many TVs, and they collect all these things with great effort. The bees work day and night, busy as bees, you must have heard. Mm. And then after working for so many months throughout the summer, when all the flowers are blossoming, collecting so much, 3 or 4 kilos of honey, one man walks along with a stick, knocks the beehive off, chases all the bees away, and steals all the honey. So you work so hard in your shop, and you're open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night, and you collect lakhs and lakhs of rupees and store it in your house, and one night the Gunda comes, okay, where's all your money? And he takes the 50 lakhs and goes. And your 30 years of saving is gone. So I learned, so the Avadut says, I learned the principle, don't collect more than you need. So then it explains that we need all these different gurus, because they're only teaching aspects of the material reality and different qualities that we need in order to advance in spiritual life and learn to become detached. Then there's another category of gurus that are teaching about the absolute truth, but they're teaching that he's Paramatma, or they're teaching that he's Brahman. So they're called the Advaitin gurus. But so that they are not teaching a complete aspect of the absolute truth. So you have to go from one guru to the other guru to the other guru, because it says in the first canto of Bhagavatam, what's that? Brahmati Paramatmati. How's that verse start? No. There's Vedanti tat tattvavidas yat taj jnanam advayam Brahmati Paramatmati Bhagavanati Shabdyate. The Vedantists, the knowers of Vedanta, it says in Bhagavat first canto, they have concluded that the absolute truth has 3 features. One is Paramatma, and one is Brahman, and one is Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. So we have to receive so many different gurus that will teach us about Brahman or Paramatma. But the highest and most complete understanding of Bhagavad Tattva is Bhagavan, because Bhagavan includes Paramatma and Bhagavan includes the Brahman aspect, which is the Jyoti of Bhagavan. It's the light or effulgence. So this verse is explaining you need so many gurus until you come to the guru, the bhakti guru, who can teach the ultimate reality and the ultimate spiritual reality and the ultimate aspect of the absolute truth. When you finally find the bhakti guru, from that one guru you will receive the complete and full knowledge, and you don't need any more gurus because he's teaching about the personality of Godhead, and this is the topmost aspect of Bhagavan. This is what this verse is saying, and this is what the commentaries are all saying. So now when you have a Diksha Guru, he will say, read the Bhagavatam, read the books of the Goswamis, read the commentaries by our great Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So by the Diksha Guru saying that, he's immediately instructing you to take shelter of 12 different Shiksha Gurus. Take shelter of Rupa Goswami, that's one Shiksha Guru. Vishwanath, 2 Shiksha Gurus. Nantadas, 3 Shiksha Gurus. So where is the confusion? The one Diksha Guru, even if he's Shastra Nipun and a Chaturvedi Brahmin, he'll still tell you to read the Bhagavat. Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. This is the instruction of Bhagavan himself. Krishna says, read my Bhagavatam every day. So there is no Vaishnava Guru that will say, I'm it. Don't go hear any saptas from. It says Rupa Goswami is telling the criterion for satsang. We have our Diksha Guru, and we ask her, and then Jiva Goswami says, you want to take a Shiksha Guru? Fine. He should be approved by the Diksha Guru. If he's not approved by the Diksha Guru, you cannot take that Shiksha Guru. So the Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru will say, the 6 Goswamis are the highest authority. Study the Mahabharata. There's so many gurus in the Mahabharata. Bhishma is there. If I say study the Bhagavad, Shiva is the guru. Swayambhur, Narada, Shambhu, Prahlado, Janako. Prahlad, you read 7th canto, then Prahlad is your guru. You read the 7th canto. And you read the 7th canto, then Narada Muni is your guru, Narada Shiksha. So how many gurus do you have? How many Shiksha Gurus are there when you read the Bhagavatam? Chitraketu. Then the famous 6th canto, the most famous guru of the whole Bhagavatam. And some people say that, some acharyas have said, the glories of the Bhagavatam, what is the glories of the Bhagavatam? Aside from 10th canto, what is the most glorious part of the Bhagavatam? Is Britrasura Upakya. Britrasura Upakya. What's that? That Chitraketu was a great devata, great Vishnu Bhakta. And he would, with all different beautiful wives and celestial girls, they would all sing songs about Krishna and Lakshmi and Narayan and all these things and fly around their flower airplane. And by chance he saw Parvati sitting on Shiva's lap, and Shiva was speaking Katha, Hari Katha, to rishis and sages, all brahmacharis. All Baal brahmacharis, Urdhva Pandra Urdhva Retasa brahmacharis, and rishis and sadhus from the universe. And they're all sitting very peacefully, no problem. And Shiva's, maybe naked, I don't know, she was usually naked, Nagna, and his wife's sitting on his lap. He's speaking. He's a yogi. So then Chitraketu thought, oh, how odd this is, and he laughed. Parvati said, are you Rakshas? Cursed you become Rakshas? Not Rakshas, but demon. So then he became Britrasura. Then Britrasura was being killed by Indra, and he's offering these prayers that are these prayers fully, there's long tikas by the acharyas in the 6th canto, story of King Chitraketu, who became Britrasura. Britrasura Upakya means the speeches and teachings of Britrasura. And there he reveals the mood of the gopis crying out for Krishna. Here Gopi Bhav is first surfacing from the Bhagavatam, almost in the middle of the Bhagavatam, and it won't fully flourish or fully develop until 5 cantos later, 4 cantos later in the 10th canto. So the Shukadeva Goswami, he couldn't hold back anymore the actual purpose of the entire 12 cantos, which is to reveal the love of the Brijvasis for Krishna and his Bhaktavatsalya, praying for them, and especially the Supreme Parama Parama love of the gopis and Radharani for Krishna. So then you'll read the teachings of riches. You'll get, a demon will be your Shiksha Guru. Avadut Brahman you're reading right now is your Shiksha Guru. It's Avadut Gita. There's a Rudra Gita and Avadut Gita. What about a Jamil? And what about Deva Stuti and Brahma Stuti and Shruti Stuti? In chapter 14 of the 10th canto, the prayers of Brahma. So much tattva and philosophy there. And Deva Stuti, chapter 2 of the 10th canto. The Devas glorifying Krishna in the womb, his birthday. This is to be studied and understood during this time, Janmashtami. Deva Stuti, the prayers of the Devatas, demigods. So they're all teaching us about the glories of the personality of God. So they're all bhakti gurus.